Yo, hey guys, Ken Perryman here, and I am back again with another product. And well, it is this guy right here. Let me show it to you. It is the Fanttic. It's an electric screwdriver. Let's just get right into what it is because I'm excited to play with this. All right. So basically it says build your ideas simple. It's just wrapped in this band here. I guess that was supposed to be more centered. Okay. Very nice. Keep away from children. Do not use on charging devices. Meaning don't use it on electronic components that are actively generated or powered or active, whatever word you want to use. Okay. So build your ideas simple. Look at that. And then I got the white one. So you can see that it says Fanttic. It's the NEX E7MOX pressing area. Oh, I see. It says, so press the top surface of the inner box to pop up the box and screwdriver. So it looks like you can pop this in and then that locks into position. Let me show that to you again. You push that and this pops out, but then you can pop this in and then lock this in. Let's open it up. And then I believe you can. There is the screwdriver. Okay. And then back here, what you saw was the USB-C, probably the charging port. And what is this? Oh, you can peel off. Oh yeah, it's a matte black underneath. Oh, I like it. You can dial in. So left H, and then of course a lock. This is probably not on yet. Yeah, locked. Okay, continuing on, because the cool thing is what's inside the case. Now, nothing really inside except for the mechanism to pop this in and out, but look what you get in here. And these are all magnetic. So you can just pop it up and there it is. Wow, there are so many in here. I will tell you this, do use one at a time. Obviously this is intended to be used one at a time, but don't have like 5 or 6 of these sitting out because you will run into a situation of where does what go where? Because if you look at this, it does show symbols on here of what each tool is, but I wouldn't trust it too much. But there are so many kinds. Long reaching style screws and Torx bits. These look like all very small Torx bit style. These are all Torx, and this is a flat blade screwdriver. You have, oh yeah, other screwdriver bits, Torx style, I believe. It's hard to tell. No, these are flat blade with some hex style, and then a little bit more of the Torx style. You have every opportunity on here. Oh, and then, so you have your long Phillips. You have a smaller or larger long Phillips. You have a very teeny tiny micro Phillips that is, and then, oh God, even teenier, tinier. My gosh, this is super tiny. I mean, we're talking about like on the smallest of scales. These are all Phillips, by the way. Then what you have in here, really cool, very finite tweezers. If you really, and I say finite because they have a very small tip. So if you really need to grab a hold of something on a minuscule scale, once again, probably the screws that go to that drive right there, you can use these to hold in position while you try to drive in. Then you also have, I'm only prying it out because it's hard to get out. And of course, these tools here for prying and opening some electronic components. Really cool features here, guys. They've got a lot into this, and I am quite impressed with this. I'm assuming that goes in like so. Yes, it does. Okay. And then more importantly, your standard, and what I like is that you just push back and it'll pop it up, and then you can take this guy and it will lock in, and you have a operating and functioning screwdriver. So let me see, low, and it's got a set of lights so you can look at wherever you're trying to drive, loosening and or tightening. Honestly, right now I'm looking for something that I can unscrew because I'm so kind of excited about this. So I love this. This is a NVMe hard drive case, and I love the fact that it's a hard style, durable, rugged is what I'm looking for, case word. But it needs to be used, it needs to have Torx, and I need to find the right size. Too big? There it is. Okay, so this bit needs to go back to its world, and then this guy will go in here, and then we will back this out, hopefully. Let me show you here. Oh, I love it. Easy enough. Okay, now the question is, can you put this tool back with the bit in? Because it sticks up this way. So let's see. I mean, I guess you could. Yeah, it won't lock in, but I guess you could put it in there. Right, then we could go in, and I just mean it's like a good place to put it, just to leave it sit while you do what you want to do. Now, and then of course we just go back in, and let's tighten these back up. Ooh, I've got this at the low speed. Wow. And you can feel it twist in your hand a little bit. And I'm letting it twist loose a little bit because I don't want it to over torque, right? And that's back in. It's locked back in. Nice. Take this off, put this back in. Okay, so it won't lock into position outside the case. It only will when it's inside the case. So you can see it sticking out. All right, now find where your Torx bit belongs. Put it back into position. Guys, I can't reiterate enough that be careful, all right? You drop this on the ground, you drop it too hard, you get bits going everywhere. So I would strongly recommend that you keep the case around. You get what you need out of this. Lock it in, pull out your tool. Easy now. Lock that in. You now have Fanttic. I love the way that this thing looks. It is solid. There is a lot of heft to this. This is a nice aluminum outer body in here. Press that to pop it up and your tool pops up. Pull out the tool. Find your bit that you were looking for. Oh, this is interesting. This is not even Phillips. That's really cool. Yeah, square style. Well, these are interesting. Very interesting style of tips. I mean, they're out there on some of these. And then they got a flat blade. That's the one thing I'm not a big fan of is the flat blade screwdrivers on rotating tools. They're kind of hard to keep aligned. But then there you go. That's everything there. I would honestly, let's check out the longer bit, because the question is what would you leave in the tool, you know? But I don't know if you'd want to leave this in the tool. This is the extra long bit. Yeah. Yeah, not a fan of that. So I think the intent is that you'll always need to plug it, put it back in. All the bits, I mean, put them all back into their home. Put it in, plug it in, lock it down, lock it down. And then of course, what we didn't see in the bag, which I'm sure is this is a USB-A to USB-C charging cable. And that's exactly what it is, A to C. So without having to try and set this up, I actually do have a cable that I can test here real quick. Let's see what it does while I'm charging it. And this is lower voltage. It's not fast charging. There it is. A little red light that's glowing. Barely can make it out, but it's a red light that's glowing. So if you wanted to, pretty sure you could just leave this all locked in. Yeah, and charging up. Now, if you're into anything where you're using the smallest of screws, and in many cases like this and other items, I love these screwdrivers because most importantly, they don't have a whole lot of torque. They have enough to do what they need to do, but they don't have a ton of torque. Your wrist has a bit, and sometimes in some cases, we've all been there. You go and put these delicate screws in and you either break it, you break the head off, or you strip the screw head and you're done for. I really like this setup. I hope that this driver lasts a long time because I really am enjoying having this ability to do things because I do tinker a lot and work on a lot of things. So guys, I hope this was helpful for you. I really do appreciate your time, and I'm out.